Hello. Thank you for clicking this video. Thank you for watching. Just starting off with gratitude always. I'm continuing on and giving monthly messages for the signs, and we are on to Libra. So if you're a Libra sun, a Libra moon, Libra rising, we are going to see what this month is bringing you, maybe what has brought you halfway and what you have to look forward to for the rest of the month, and clearing out and moving on and just jumping right out, right? Just off to a bang. Two of Wands here, darling. It just feels also very Libra. Also, like, I'm just not gonna lie to you. Two of Wands, right? It's about the scales, but it's also about pointed effort. So I got this the other way. I was reading it the other way. Okay. Pointed effort. Right? Your two halves, your two sides. The duality, but pointed. It's about options and choices, but being focused. You see how the wands are aligning the full spectrum of color, right? Like together they're more powerful when they point to the tip, like they're about to spark, like they're forming. Things are forming. It's horizon, things on the rise, things being ordered, power being manifest, right? Even the wands, I mean, they go from like dark to light themselves, right? And there's two of them, so just totally Libra energy kicking off, like just being very much gathering your wands, gathering your energy, being ready for focused, energetic activity. Hope you all made it through the eclipse well and it wasn't too distressing, and that you're able to release and let go of old shit, but but it looks like you're off to some potent energy. All right, let's see, that's a lot right there. Oof. Okay. All right, some swords. First thing on top was the Four of Swords, like hovering above this magnificent lamb, and we're lambs, you know, we're part of the lamely, and if you know, you know. This lamb with this enlightenment, and it's like this lamb is not fearful of these swords threatening, hanging overhead, because they have a vision, they have clarity, they have connection, they're looking forward, they're resting, right? They're comfortable knowing the energy of others does not affect them, try as they might, right? They could be caught up and they're being exposed. That's the thing, like the lamb is exposing and they're seeing them, like all of the darkness, right? The lamb is like sitting atop of, and boom, exposing to light within their mind's eye are these four swords, right? Now we're trying to bring some heartache, okay? Trying to bind you up, trying to bind you up, trying to bring some heartbreak, trying to bring some downfall. This could be in a variety of situations and people you've been interacting with. But here, then we see the five. Right? Five of Swords here. It's some cut had to be made. You had to slice some shit off, right? This is, you know, this little worm energy here. It's not very nice, but you had to make a clean cut. And even if this was a cut from yourself, this might, right? Like a cut from your own negative habits, a cut from what was tying you up. You had to like break, it felt like breaking a part of yourself to let this person go, right? It felt like letting go of your half, your other half, your significant other. And that's just painful, okay? That is painful, but you did so under the awareness, right? Under the illumined awareness, under vision that came to you, under like a moment of epiphany that said, that made everything clear, that was exposing to their activities, their energies, their character, okay? And you had to separate yourself from them before you became them, before you became like them, before it became poison into your heart, right? The Lovers. This is being in unison. This is flying together, flying forward. This is moving on. And so notice, right, we have that swords energy in the middle, and then like bookending this are these beautiful, radiant, rainbow, full spectrum of light color here, present. Yeah, and it's totally about balancing your two halves, Libra, right? Instead of being wishy-washy and being inactive and not being able to make a decision, but having fairness and justice in all things, but also being able to make a swift judgment, a swift decision on what needs to go so that you can move forward. So that way you can reclaim a lighter part of yourself. This is about reclaiming, in this instance, this is reclaiming your spirit. This is reclaiming what you had lost in this heartache here from being tied up, right? You let go of that negative aspect, this darker side of you, or this like moving in the complete shadows, like this whole other toxic being in ways, this toxic partner perhaps, this toxic job, whatever it was, so that you can reclaim these two halves of you. We saw a lot of this duality 4, right? The 3 in the center was like something like that was off. There was this tense factor, this tense dynamic, right? And again, you move through duality, you move through these balancing of these two halves. Again, we see from here to here, the journey's been made, right? You're moving forward, and it was the right thing to do, to make that cuts, to make that decision, to endure the heartbreak, but because you did so under divine advisement. You know what I mean? You did so because a part of you, the other half of you, was advising you to move forward and to not be threatened by their situation and scenario, because you know your true nature. It's like you have the angel and the devil on your shoulders, and maybe you were giving into the one devil too much, and you have to get them in line. You have to move together with them. You have to love all of yourself. And so that requires making clean separations and forgiveness for past actions, for past hurts, forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for any pain you might have caused yourself from sticking in a situation for too long. But there's movement. There's definitely movement. There's dynamism. There's potential. There's choices to be made. And it's like you gotta ride or die with yourself. Something like you got to have your own back above anybody else's, because you have so much within you. You have so many aspects to yourselves within those two multitudes, right? So again, I see that we've all been going through some journeys. Definitely a lot of cutting away of people, places, and things in order to move forward, in order to either find new love, find a new job, return to ourselves, find ourselves again, ultimately, you know. And it seems like you've gotten that back underway. You're on your way. King of Pentacles. You're just full as again. Okay. There's some Capricorn energy here. Some generosity. This person is you're learning your lessons, type of thing. Like your lessons are being integrated, realized, secured. You're finding more stability by standing on your own, right? By being, again, having your own back, by pulling in all parts of yourself and releasing and shedding that which no longer serves you. Okay? If it's a situation, if you're flying into a more stable, more grounded, more prosperous situation. This could also be a person, an older person, ready to give you advisement and help. Someone who's very generous, but someone who has also been through their own trials and tribulations and can offer guidance. And if it's you, again, if you're bringing in this King of Pentacles energy, you're securing your wealth, right? That you had to make a cut from things that were draining your heart in order to make space and make room for that career venture, for increased security and stability. Yeah. And that was a wise decision. That's the thing, that cut, that loss is, it was difficult to separate from what felt like a part of yourself, or maybe it was a real codependent ass relationship. You know what I mean? Started getting caught up in illusion. Started getting caught up in, an illusion and like an idea of the other person, and also in the way that what they, like, their idea of you couldn't let go, because like then what would it mean? Like, they see you in a particular way, and if you were to let them go, if you were to disappoint them, you know, what does that mean about who they thought you were? But you're not those things. You're here living and breathing, and you have to reclaim yourself. And that's a wise decision, though. It pays. It's gonna pay off, right? That is some King of Coins energy. Four of Wands. Look at her doing her like dance, her spiral in the desert. She has her, it's like spiral. She's like drawing the energy. She's definitely guiding and directing it. She lays down her rituals, and at the center is she. It's like spinning around, like doing like a pirouette almost, right? And you see this bird coming in, drawn to her. It's like she's bringing the sun. She's like summoning it from within. She's summoning it from within. You've been summoning this energy. Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Okay. Queen of Swords. You see this? That's you, Libra. Okay. That was some Libra energy right there. Definitely. Seeing the shit. She's a shot caller. She is a sharp shooter. She takes no shit. She sees the situation and she sees your intention. She sees your character. She sees your motivation. She sees like if you're coming to fuck around or not, right? And she slices that shit. It's like you can't get through to her because she has like the ultimate BS detector. And what is she peeping on in the background? What is she aware of? The Lovers right there and back there. Now remember that card just came up in another deck. That instance, it was more about finding balance and alignment within yourself, finding that self-respect and that self-love to move forward and move on towards your vision, to your goals, to your King of Pentacles energy. But maybe someone is exposed. Remember the Four Swords, right? The Four Swords, that illumination came. Maybe you saw them for who they were. Maybe they were cheating. Maybe they were hiding out in the garden. But you all along were peeping it. You're aware it can't get past you, right? The Queen of Swords, though, she is fair. She is fair with her ruling. You know, she's not overly harsh and she's not overly vindictive. No, she's not vindictive, but she does not get played. Okay, so don't get played. Don't play yourself. That's the type of thing. You gotta cut it. You gotta see it for what it is, and move forward and gather upon your own energy. You're just sitting up in the throne, right? Don't forget your queen. Now, forget that. That means the Libra just jumped out, right? Again, she has her bird there. It's like she went to gather her energy. Maybe it's like going here to summon your energy again, to get your wits about you, to remember like who you are, to be connected, right, with your vision, with nature, with the spirits, with your own like dynamic fire, to be able to stand on your toe and do a pirouette and feel your body and feel the decision from all of your core and your being. And then like these spirit guides come delivering this message, affirming this message, and now you have them like you're at your keep, right? You have your vision there. You have your peace there from your vision. You have your peace there from your vision. Okay, so don't deny it. Your vision, your clarity, your intuition, and your judgment of who gets to stay and who gets to go will bring you peace. That's the word right there, darling. That is the word. Let's do one more from this deck. Seven of Wands. This fool is trying to defend himself. That you gotta watch out, okay? Because this person's probably hyper defensive. You see them like batting away, like all these advances, all these kind of attacks, they're gonna be hyper defensive. They may try and turn shit around on you. Don't get confused. Don't get caught up, because you're gonna have like, I got receipts for days, darling. I got X, Y, and Z on you, A, B, C. Got 1, 2, 3, knowing you. I know you, I see you. Okay, and they're gonna be like, what, me? Don't let them gaslight you, okay? Don't let them try to turn it around on you, because you have them up against a wall. Up against a wall, okay? You see this charmer, this sweet talker, this passionate person who couldn't keep it together, and you gotta move it. You gotta cut him. Again, you have your clear communication. You know, do what you need to do to move forward and move on, but make that cut. Have that vision. Again, see what they're trying to do, and don't let them pull you in. Again, don't let them pull you into this deluded idea of each other, right? You have to kind of stand alone here, and you have to be able to have clarity and communication. This Queen of Swords energy, rely on her in order to get that peace, in order to get that prosperity, okay? Leave the Queen of Swords right there so she can just look at me. Let's keep going. He's gonna be like, no, will you? No, he's gonna, don't fall for it. Like me? I wasn't putting my wand everywhere. You, I saw you too. You were, what are you talking about? We both agreed to, like, no. And you're like, maybe so. Maybe that was the case then, but that's not now, because I see clearly now. That's the thing. Keep seeing clearly, Libra, okay? Keep seeing clearly. See the situation for what it is. Okay? First card that popped up was the Five of Swords. That's competition. That's strife. That's snakes slithering around, trying to decide how they're going to find their way in. Who's the weakest link? Maybe there's multiple. Maybe there's a lot of deceit going on. Maybe there's more baby mama, some baby mama drama. Maybe there's some mistresses, some other people, like all of a sudden are going to come for this person. They're going to start trying to come. And that's the thing, you need to see that clearly. You need to see the situation clearly. You need to see the snake slithering around, trying to provoke and antagonize and make you act out of yourself. And that's not the case. Okay? I mean, that doesn't have to be your case. Like, doesn't have to be the energy that you're acting with. You just gotta see it. You gotta see it clearly. Okay? You know, we keep saying that, but look, the 10 of coins here. You see how, this person lived, right? I mean, this squid, this octopus, this being, they live, they've been seeing some things. They got their shit on to help them see. They got their lokes on to help them see clearer, right? Because you provide, Libra, you provide so much to so many. This is a wise being right here. This person is able to balance all of their duties, all of their responsibilities, be a support system for others because they can see, and they if they need glasses to help them see better, then you get you some glasses to help you see better in the dark of the night, okay? Because you still have responsibilities coming. You still do. You still have many people that you still have a source of love. You still have your home base. You still have your security there. You're still queen. You still have your kingdom to rule in. Just don't let no foul mofos trying to get up in there undeserved when they're acting out, okay? 10 of Wands. Okay? You see, they're trying to block that vision. They're trying to hide when it's like bursting out of them. All of their exploits. You see that? They're trying to cover it. They're trying to hold you back from seeing. But it's like, it's bursting through the truth, the passionate exploits, the mistresses, the affairs, the lying, the deception. It's all bursting. It's coming to the light. And try as they might to hold you back, you will see. You can't not see at this point. Eight of Cups here. Okay. Falcon, eagle, both those birds see great. They fly above. This that air energy, right? Cups, of course, emotional energy as well, but we see the way that it's depicted. Upon here, you're rising above, you're going to your own solitude, you're going to your place, and this is very much walking away. Walk away. You gotta walk away. You put in a lot of work, you put in a lot of effort, you try to climb this mountain with them, you try to make it work, but something just was missing. There was just something missing that is just there, and that's Queen of Swords energy. That has to deal with their character. That has to deal with a part of their integrity, a part of their being that's missing. You can't give them that, right? You can't. You have to cut your losses and move forward. Fly on to the next. Okay? Gather yourself. Do what you need to gather yourself and keep it moving. Let's see if we get one more. They can't. They can't. Again, you have such clarity of mind. You have such balanced judgment and rational judgment. And you're able to balance your emotions with logic and rationality, and use that to move forward, use that to move on, and understand that you deserve more. Understand that you have all you need within you. Understand that you have your resources around you. You have people depending on you and who give you love. You have people, true love right there, and there might be, some youthful spirits around you, children, students, cousins, nieces, nephews, whatever it is. Just younger people who look up to you. And they want to make, and again, like, they have to look up to you for a reason. You know what I mean? You have to show them what it is to handle heartbreak, what it is to handle deceit and betrayal and treachery, what it is to move forward and move on and continue finding a new horizon to fly to. And that you can begin again. Oh my Lord. Okay, begin again. I just said that, right? Full. Begin again. Begin again. But also, don't get played for the fool by the Page of Wands here. We see the Wands as the masculine energy popping up. Some instances, right, very playful, very much a returning of energy, of creativity. But in this instance, no. You see, that's a fox. He's trying to deceive these foxes, acting like he's one of them. And if you notice, the fox has a cup that he's like shadowing, like making this illusion of light and shadow, presenting a cup. This motherfucker is trying to fox you. He's trying to act like he's presenting this love when it's all shadows. It's a trick. It's a trick, okay? Making you to be the fool. You don't want to be the fool, okay? You don't. He's not, they're not, their character is not one of you. That's what I mean. Like, you have to find people who match your frequency, match your vibration, match your journey, your truth, your integrity, right? They have to feel it within. And this person is trying to get in. They have a lot of learning to do. They're just young, they're passionate, they are sexual, they can't control themselves, they lie to get out of the situation, and you know what? It's time to move on. It's time to begin again and embrace the other side of the full energy, right? Where you're moving forward, you're moving on, you're taking your lessons, and you're beginning a new cycle. New cycle, it's presented to you. You just gotta take it. There's more to be had, there's more to be nourished, there's more to be cultivated. An opportunity just presents itself. An exciting time to manifest something else. Exciting time to manifest something different, and I do get a feeling that it will be swift. Once you decide to move and take on, you'll be swift. Swift. Like they won't even be holding, like this little thing was holding you back. Okay, maybe not little thing, but this was kind of slowing your pace, slowing your flight, slowing your movement. And once you let that go, you're gonna be like, whoosh, laser speed, okay? All right, let's do a little bit. Let's do one more, darling. One more deck. You know, because I just love the simplicity of Under the Roses. A little 3-card spread. The House. First one. Residence, domesticity, family. Get your house in order. Yeah, get your house in order. Get your house in order. Make sure there are no snakes in there. Make sure that there's no one in there who shouldn't be there. Okay? Make sure people deserve to be there. Make sure they are true family. Make sure they are true. Make sure they are true. Okay. I mean, come on. We can't make it up. You cannot make this up, darling. You cannot. The fox. What did I just say? How many times did we just see the fox? Did I not just say the Page of Wands presenting himself as a fox? When he's not a fox. Presenting himself as a fox, trying to blend in, trying to go. This is deceit, this is manipulation, conniving, cleverness. A fox is in the house. A fox is in the house, honey. Get that fox out the house. They think they can outsmart you. That's the thing. But your Queen of Swords energy, so I left her out here for a reason. She sees through all of it. She sees through all of it. She is the best judge of character, and that is you, Libra. Use your judgment. Use your discernment to weed, okay? Don't let them fool you. This person is perhaps girl crazy, okay? And they're trying to act like they're all about you, and they're not. They're all about what's working for them. They're all about the passion in the moment, and they get themselves into trouble, and they're gonna fuck with your house. They're gonna fuck with your home, right? And you have worked too hard. You've accumulated too much. You've gone through too much to give it all away to some fool. The journal. Okay. There may be a record of their exploits. Yeah, there's probably a record of their exploits. There's probably, because they're a fox and they're trying to be treacherous and they're actually the fool, right? They're actually the ones fooling themselves. And they probably got themselves caught up. That's the thing. They're trying to act all sneaky and all these things, but it's going to be open. They're going to be like, their little black book's going to be exposed type of thing. And you just have to see it. That's the thing. You can't be deluded and like not want to see it when it's all the signs are pointing itself to you. You know it. Your spirit is telling you, right? And notice she's also using the pen. The pen is mightier than the sword. The pen is the symbol of the sword, right? The pen is using her action, her words, her thought, her communication. Maybe she's writing the will. Okay, I mean, she's journal. But again, you're using clarity of your words, of your mind to make sound, rational decisions. So if that means processing and releasing is always with yourself first in order to have that communication, in order to be true and speak true and clearly, right? For your house, okay? For the people who live in that house who depend upon you. You're the matriarch. Feeling it. Then do so. That's discovery. I mean, the journal is discovery. Again, as I was saying, right? Discovery, they could be discovered, but you also could discover a way out. You could discover who needs to be in the will and who doesn't. And I mean, you may be young, obviously. I'm just saying, like, who needs to get a cut of the pie, who gets to go on the vacation, who is deserving of that gift, of any of those things, and who is not. And then the owls. The owls are all singing. The owls bring clarity. They bring vision. They bring union. You see how there's two, Libra? That's you, baby. That's the two halves of you. Again, those are two. Remember those two birds flying? Now they're sitting and watching. They're sitting and waiting. They're like, are you going to do what you need to do? Because we could see 360 all around. We see 360 times 2, baby, because there's 2 of us here. Okay, we see up, down, within, without. We're sitting on the perch and we ain't going nowhere. We see you. We see you moving. And then there's like your true confidants, your true people, your true tribe who can resonate with you, who can help you just give you validation on what you already know to be true. Not that you need it, but should you seek it, should you desire it, they're there to affirm, like, girl, we've been telling you all along. Okay, start out real cute, started out real nice, real funny, sweet talker, all those types of things. You know, you had your fun, but it's time to move on because he's not the one. Okay, he's not the one. That's simple as that. So, you know, well wishes. I am sending prayers and light and love for you to make a swift decision, and hopefully this fool does not act all crazy when he's up against the wall, but you have it within you to just make that clean cut. Okay, so January is bringing a lot of clean cuts, a lot of discovery, a lot of illumination, and it requires, once we know better, we gotta do better. Okay, thank you for watching though, and please subscribe, please like this video, please follow me on Instagram at cclight_, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you. I'll see you later.